Greetings everyone. In today's presentation, we will presenting our research paper titled, Operational Strategy of Heavy Goods Vehicles in Enhancing the 2030 Agenda of SDGs Implementation, Cost Effectiveness. Here are our team member. Most of the industries and agencies in Malaysia have their operations based on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, which can improvise their operations and business for the future requirement. SDGs is a set of 17 goals that imagines a future just 15 years off that would be rid of poverty and hunger, and safe from the worst effects of climate change. SDGs were adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in September 2015, and it takes a holistic and multidisciplinary approach to explore the economic, environmental, and social issues surrounding sustainability policy. There are 6 SDGs related to the transport and logistics sector, which are ending poverty, hunger and achieving food security, improving road safety, improving energy efficiency in the transport sector, development of quality, reliable, sustainable and resilient transport infrastructure, climate impacts on transport and mitigation and adaptation measures, collaboration and partnership to develop sustainable transport system. From this development, this study is inspired on finding solutions in the transportation sector to support SDGs, especially from the freight transport industry. Economic sustainability and environmental sustainability are 2 dimensions of sustainability, and from the economic perspective, it can be referred to as the ability of an economy to support a defined level of economic production indefinitely. Meanwhile, from an environmental perspective, is the ability of the environment to support a defined level of environmental quality and natural resource extraction rates indefinitely. Therefore, for this study, the main focus is on analyzing the economic and environmental opportunities for the road haulage industry and to be in line with the world and the nation's sustainable development objectives. The issues are: 1. Most public and private agencies are overlooked by road haulage companies, especially on heavy goods vehicles, HGV, as they focus more on sustaining public transportation and private passenger vehicles in a matter of service quality and efficiency. 2. Poor planning in managing their HGV's operation can lead to excessive fuel usage and high carbon emission. 3. Haulage companies will be less likely to be profitable to operate from a fleet of 5 to 10 trucks, and it needs the economy of scale to sustain the business due to a high capital-intensive nature. 4. They are also less likely to be financially equipped on purchasing new engine models that are more environmentally friendly. The solution is: this study proposes suitable guidelines for supporting the sustainability of local standard HGVs from the managerial perspective in a matter of cost effectiveness. This effort directly supports green logistics implementation in Malaysia, and this research is therefore intended to make contributions to the field of green logistics as well as the road haulage industry in Malaysia. Presenting the framework of study. This conceptual framework proposed green practices for sustaining HGVs in the matter of cost effectiveness with regards to the operational strategy viewpoint. For deep understanding, this proposed framework adds value to the existing body of knowledge regarding the effort in supporting green logistics practices, especially in the road haulage industry. From the managerial point of view, managers could utilize the proposed framework in improving their insights on how to manage their HGVs using green planning tools. For research methodology, a maximum of 6 road haulage companies was chosen for each category. 3 companies implementing green strategy and 3 companies that are still not implementing green strategy. The calculation of finding its average and median of fuel consumption is being done respectively. The respondents are divided into 2 groups, which are medium companies and small companies according to several criteria company set by Companies Commission Malaysia. The size of the company can be classified by looking at its sales turnover per annum or the number of employees. In this current study, the researchers chose to look at their sales turnover per year. Medium company is ranging from Rm 3 million to Rm 20 million, while small company is ranging from Rm 300,000 to Rm 3 million. Here are the sample for fuel calculation formula. Next, the result and discussion. By looking at the total fuel consumption cost of the medium companies, there is about -16.1% cost saving for short-haul operation, as the truck used for green users consumed more fuel than the not yet green users. However, this value is valid if the number of trips is the same for both situations. Trucks used by green users in this situation had 2 more extra trips with 100 kilometers lesser in distance traveled than the other, thus the cost saving is favored to the green user with 16.1% differences in additional trips and significantly lesser distance traveled. As for the long haul, there is 8.2% of cost saving experienced by green users compared to the not yet green users with about 200 kilometers lesser distance traveled on the same number of trips. This shows that the green user is a lot more effective in routing and not yet green user cost more fuel and more CO2 emission for both short haul and long haul operations with a huge difference than big company operation. These show that the implementation of green logistics in medium companies will significantly benefit more than big companies. For small-size company, it was recorded that for short-haul operation, the truck for green user cost about room 58 lesser from the cost for truck used by a not-yet green user with 40% reduction in distance traveled with the same number of trips. This trend is the same with the long-haul operation with the truck for green user cost about room 58 lesser with 29% reduction in distance traveled with the same number of trips. There is about 12.2% cost saving for short-haul operation and about 7.6% cost saving for long-haul operation. The implementation of green logistics will improve both short-haul and long-haul operations. However, the benefits are more favored on short-haul operation as it has 4.6% more in cost saving and 11% differences in reduction of distance traveled from long-haul operation. Therefore, by implementing the green strategy, a road haulage company can significantly reduce its operating cost, thus generating more revenue for the company. This is similar to the study that was conducted by Chang et al. 2006, where the authors conclude that a cost reduction in the range of 5% to 46% is achievable if a combination of the container types in the supply and demand nodes is found by dealing with the empty container reuse system. To summarize the result, the percentage of truck operation cost reduction from fuel consumption perspective, a medium company, minus 16.1% for short-haul operation, extra 2 more trips compare not yet green user, 8.2% for long-haul operation small company, 12.2% from the short-haul operation and 7.6% from long-haul operation. Therefore it was considered acceptable in the attainable range state, 5%. Hence researchers found that there is a positive effect on cost and carbon emission reduction on green strategies implementation towards HGV's distribution operation. The majority of road haulage companies in Malaysia perceive that by having the right strategy, operating costs can be reduced. Based on the number of trips involving HGV's operation, companies that implement the right strategy has higher cost effectiveness and an efficient number of trips compared to the companies which do not yet implement the right strategy. It shows that the development of the road haulage industry in Malaysia can reduce climate change indirectly because when they have implemented the right strategy, it will reduce their operational cost and carbon emission respectively. Moreover, it is just not about supporting efforts towards 2030 United Nations SDGs and against climate change, it is also about how they could sustain in their industry for a long-term period. Researchers can conclude that green practices are very good to be implemented in the freight transport industry. Moreover, it can achieve a voluntary target in the 11th Malaysia Plan. The mission set by the Malaysian government by 2020 is nearly to be achieved, as this study also has been conducted to correspond with Phase 3's key activities in the Logistics and Trade Facilitation Master Plan, 2015 to 2020, which drive the logistics industry to green initiatives implementation. Therefore, this study can be as one of the guidelines for the industry to be aligned with Malaysia 11th Plan, 2016 to 2020, and also the 2030 Agenda in developing Sustainable Development Goals more aggressively. Researchers hope that this study can stimulate many further pieces of research in this vital field. That's the end of our presentation. This study was subsidized by Vanguard under Malaysia Institute of Transport, MITRANS, located at UiTM Shah Alam. This study also was supported by Faculty of Business and Management, University Teknologi Mara, Pungkak Alam Campus, Selangor. The researchers would like to acknowledge all parties that involve this study. Paper, ID10, Operational Strategy of Heavy Goods Vehicles in Enhancing the 2030 Agenda of SDGs Implementation, Cost Effectiveness. Thank you and stay safe.